Check it out, guys. It's the best-selling Toyota Tacoma midsize truck. And right here, the brand's making new 2017 Honda Ridgeline. And guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna find out if new all-wheel drive is as good off-road as old four-wheel drive. And that is coming up right now on this mashup on the Fast Lane Truck.
My name is Randy Skiles. I'm the all-wheel drive project leader for 2017 Ridgeline.
And we're in the Tacoma, and if I were a car manufacturer, I suppose this is the one I would benchmark, just because this is the class-leading truck.
It seems like this is the marketing they've done. They've really, pushed that all four-wheel drive off-roading image.
Yep.
And it sells very well. So yeah, this is kind of naturally the benchmark you would want to maybe try to go for.
Yeah, and I wanted you to come along with me on this course that you set up, because it hopefully will demonstrate the difference between a four-wheel drive system and an all-wheel drive system that you guys have. So immediately there's a big difference in that when you get into Tacoma, you kind of feel like you're sitting on top of it. Have you noticed that? Versus like in it, which is more of the way that you sit in the Ridgeline.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the seating position, you feel your feet are kind of swept out.
Right, that's a Tacoma thing.
Yeah,
like they're on the same level as your butt. It's kind of weird.
Yeah,
I know, but that's what Tacoma does. And I gotta tell you, this is kind of the class. This is a really cool water crossing you guys have set up here. This is the class standard, and I'm a little mystified because I'm kind of old school, so I've always loved the traditional good departure angle, good approach angle, good ground clearance, right? For if you're going to go off-road, that's kind of the way that it's been for a long time. And then recently we had the chance to test the Pilot, which has the same terrain management system. Are we in four-wheel drive?
No, you're not. You see, you're already in the ditch. You're already stuck.
I'm already stuck.
You're already stuck.
I'm making your point for you.
You've made my point right there. Yeah. So you had to manually throw that in there.
Yep.
If you were in the Ridgeline, we would have already been way over there.
And we will be in the Ridgeline.
Yeah.
So we'll see the difference.
Yeah. So I mean, they have the higher ground clearance and things like that, but fuel economy suffers. Ride quality suffers.
It's
I mean, you don't off-road every day. I mean, we all wish we could.
Right.
But I mean, you have to go to work. You have to do different things like that.
That way?
That way is the full course.
Thanks.
So, it's a truck. Truck ride, a little bit harsh.
Yeah, a little more suspension travel, I think.
There's more suspension travel.
And of course you got the solid rear axle.
Solid rear axle.
Versus your independent rear suspension. And that's a very big difference.
Very big difference. Older technology. It is proven.
It is older technology, yes, I'll give you that. Yeah.
But, I mean, you do pay a little bit for it, It's a little bit, you'll notice it's a little bit rougher on the course.
Yeah, but it also helps keep the wheels on the ground, right? I noticed later in the course we'll go over a bump that, throws this truck's wheel maybe, 6 inches off the ground, whereas the Ridgeline, that thing's like 3 feet off the ground.
Right.
To go over this double bump, and we'll see how much rear wheel lift it gets. With a solid rear axle, we should be looking at a lot less. So let's watch it here. Keep your eye on that passenger rear wheel. Look at that. A lot less, barely lift. So this is a traditional setup in that there is a transfer case, high-low. So right now we're in 4 high, but if you wanted to, you could go into 4 low if you need a little bit more grunt.
Yeah, you got to stop and do all that.
That's true. Yeah, it's easier. It used to be a big level.
Big lever,
Now it's just a little rotary thing. But you don't have any of that.
No, it's all automatic. You don't have to explain the you're driving, like, well, don't be in 4-wheel drive if you're going over 60 miles an hour on the, if you're on, a dry road, all that
because you will get the crabbing.
Exactly, And there's a couple places up here that's kind of a tight corner. You kind of feel this system kind of bind up a little bit on you.
Yep.
our system, people don't even know when it's working and not working. It's all autonomous. You just get in the car and go drive it. So it's kind of...
let me just kind of paraphrase, right? So your truck is mostly front wheel drive until it senses slipping, and then it can appropriate power to whichever wheel it has the most traction. Is that right, or am I
That is completely wrong.
Okay, well, thank you. I'm glad you're in here.
Yeah, so our system is not front wheel drive.
All right.
First.
Okay.
So we have some proprietary logic that determines when do you need to be in front wheel drive or all wheel drive.
All right.
So depending on what you're driving, what you're doing, we're balancing out. Are you going for fuel economy, efficiency, or are you trying the ultimate traction performance?
Right.
So to say when and when we're not, no one knows. The customer never knows. It's seamless. It's magic. Yeah. It's Honda magic.
Yeah. So what is the logic? Can you tell me that? That kind of begs the question.
Ooh, I don't know if I can tell
Which
you.
way?
So we're going to go straight. This is the vectoring area.
Okay, cool. So a little bit faster.
A little bit faster.
And this will not have
it does not have torque vectoring. It does not. It's a conventional open differential.
Yeah, so the back end just kind of comes around.
Yes. Yeah. You get the wheel hop.
Yeah, you feel the wheel hop, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, now the traction control's kicking in.
Yeah.
Kind of killing a lot of the fun.
Yes.
But it's still fun, dude.
Yeah, you're still fun, yeah.
It's still fun. Yeah, I'm still enjoying it. And you're really getting the wheel hop.
You're really working that wheel, though.
Yeah, you can tell. It's not very precise, but then, you know, it's an off-road truck, so you don't expect it to be. There was a pretty big hit there.
Yeah.
But that's what trucks do.
Right, I mean, you kind of get that. Well, you kind of made a point right there, straight.
Okay, thanks.
You kind of made a point there, like, well, it's a truck. It's what trucks do.
Yeah.
And I think truck buyers, they just take the little bit less refinement as a, well, I'm going to have to accept that if I want to have a truck.
Right.
Ridgeline, it's a truck. Very refined, very smooth. Not kind of beating, jumping you around. Then you kind of just made the point right there of you don't have to compromise. You're getting all this performance. See, here's an area where it binds the system up.
Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we get the best of both worlds.
But to me, that's almost reassuring, because it kind of, it's hardwired in my brain right now that means I'm in four-wheel drive, right?
Right.
And that power is being distributed to all four wheels. And in my experience, at least, I've found that sometimes, and it's getting better, but the first generation of a lot of the train management systems, you could almost sense the computer thinking, like, where do I send the power? Where do I send the power? Oh, hey, right. And then by the time I figured it out, it was too late and you're stuck. Right here, I've got power going to, well, this one doesn't have a locking differential, does it?
Nope.
So this one basically has two-wheel drive,
two-wheel drive, front to back,
yeah, all the time.
Yes.
But if I had the one with the locking diff, I could get this.
Yeah. If you paid a little extra and got that extra feature, we're standard. Everyone gets it. So, I mean, technology's come a long way.
Yep.
Honda just introduced their intelligent traction management, and a lot of thought, a lot of work went into it. And I'm a little biased, but I think our system is a little bit better.
All right, let's hop in your truck, man.
Okay.
Yeah, let's take your truck for a ride.
Still driving in the mud, the sand, all those areas, same place Tacoma can go, but you're getting some really good fuel economy out of it.
Yeah, you know, the suspension feels like it's doing a better job of absorbing these bumps.
It's smoother, right?
Yeah, it's smoother. I gotta be honest, I'm a little worried about the ground clearance. I think you said it's 8 inches, right?
Yeah, right around 8 inches.
Yeah, I'd like to see a little bit more when I'm going off-road.
Yeah, with that, you're gonna give up a little bit of the overall road dynamics,
fuel economy,
things like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of the concept is, you know, we're driving on this little 2-track mud road, taking your family out camping in a primitive site.
Yeah, so you're
relaxed, you know.
Yeah. You're not out there going to Moab and doing fins and things and Hell's Revenge.
Yeah, I mean, you can. We've had this at some very unique places, yeah.
So is there any underbody cladding protection?
We have some kind of for more heat and aero.
Right, but not like, you know, protecting the differential or dry shaft or fuel tank.
No.
The usual stuff. And no front
fuel
skid
tank,
plate.
yes, and things like that. But
no front or rear skid plates.
No.
Yeah. I'm very impressed because, you know, for a off-road vehicle that's designed mainly on-road, it's doing really well.
Yeah, it's there's not a whole lot of we didn't really give up a lot by doing this. It's the independent suspension works great for this. It does a really good job trying to keep the wheels on the ground. All-wheel drive system kind of handles all the torque distribution for you. VSA kind of works cooperatively with it.
We should talk about torque vectoring. That one you can really feel.
That one you can really feel.
There. Yeah, there's a little bit of intrusion with
it moves you around.
Yeah.
So it's power on vectoring. We don't need to apply the brake to turn you around, move and create the yaw. We're slipping our clutches, and we can send torque left to right, 100%, left or right, up to 120 kgfm.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and you can really feel it. And if you notice, your hands were a lot more calm, and we went a lot faster in the Tacoma.
Yeah. But there is just a little sense of this being more delicate than a Tacoma, right? Tacoma, I'm like, it's a truck and I can bash it. And that's partly, I think, because it's body on frame, you know, and there's that kind of sense of weight about it and heft. This feels a little bit more delicate. I'm just a little bit more concerned about like hitting something. I mean,
I think we're only like maybe the 50-pound range difference.
Really?
Yeah. And when we did that demonstration where we picked up that tire, probably about 2.5 feet.
Yeah.
You still could open the doors, open the tailgate. You know, you didn't hear any creaking, things like that. Really, really rigid unibody.
Now, right now, there are no plans, right, to have like a specific off-road version. Like Nissan has their Pro 4X, Toyota has their TRD Pro, Chevy has their Z71. You guys have the Black Edition.
We have the Black Edition.
Yeah.
I mean, in the future, who knows where we'll go. Yeah.
But there was never an off-road one in the previous gen, was there?
I do not think there was. No. We had the RTL.
Yeah.
I believe was the top grade.
And obviously, let's talk about, you know, we're doing off-road stuff right now, but how about in the snow? How does the system work in snow? Which is a lot of the time that people will use it.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, snow it's probably the most common thing. Really, really shine. A lot of the cooperative controls are active in snow with the VSA, communicating constantly with the rear drift. The tire we mentioned looks like a road tire. Really good traction, and the vectoring. It really helps keep the vehicle secure, move it around. It's really nice.
Let's talk about like in real world applications. So I'm going down the road, for instance, and all of a sudden I'm on snow, and there's a car that's stuck in front of me, and I turn right, and you know, because of the lack of grip, I want to go right, but the car starts sliding straight. Does the torque vectoring actually then start to hit the brakes so that it helps me go to the direction that the steering wheel is aimed at?
So we do have a technology called AHA.
Yeah.
It's the brake assist.
Okay.
So that will work cooperatively with the all-wheel drive system and start to move the vehicle by brake, and then vectoring can move you up through, you know, power on. We don't have to rely on the brakes to fully move you. We're coming off the washboard right here.
Yep.
Really shows independent suspension. Yeah, the winch wipers keeps it really flat. You can accelerate through here, and it keeps the wheels down. The conventional system solder axle
it's better.
Kind of stepped out.
Yeah, it's better.
Ours tracked right in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's much better. It absorbs the bumps. It doesn't get that kind of
the dancey feeling. It's very, very flat.
Yeah, where you feel like you're more in the air than on the ground.
Yeah. So we're coming up to the hill. You get to feel the hill detection logic and hill hold assist.
Okay.
So another one of those cooperative controls.
Right.
The all-wheel drive system senses you're climbing a hill, and we send more torque to the rear for you, kind of just making it easier. You don't have to worry about wheel slip and things like that. You just kind of relaxly climb up to the sky here, and
not worry about the fact that, that we're going to get stuck or roll back. All right, here we're in the loose sand.
You're in the loose sand.
All right, we'll do the same thing. We'll,
I recommend start out in normal, kind of give a throttle input,
all right, let me get
drive in the sand, and then go ahead and switch it to the sand mode, and you kind of feel that cooperative control where the drive-by-wire helps you a little bit.
So let's see, normal, snow, mud, sand. Okay, here we go, we're in sand. Yeah, so it feels like you're appropriating more power and torque.
Right.
Right
It keeps it instantly kind of pulls you up on top of the sand, moves you forward, and keep in mind your tires are still fully aired up.
Yeah.
So if you want to go that kind of optimal area, you can air down, and with the intelligent traction management, we're not going to inhibit you with VSA because you're telling it, hey, I'm in the sand. So,
I mean, this is where you're going to put a wheel up.
This is where you're putting a wheel up, but it doesn't really matter because we have that twin clutch system.
Actually, 2 wheels up.
Two wheels up, and it would have been stuck in the open differential system. The twin clutch applies torque both sides, moves you quite right forward.
Here we go. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, it was my pleasure.
It was fun to do that. Thanks. I really appreciate your expertise. Did you know that the mid-size truck market is red hot? Behind me is the new Chevy Colorado, and they can't build enough of them. Here is the segment leader. It owns almost 70% of the mid-size truck market, the Toyota Tacoma. And yet, that truck is also increasing in sales because the segment keeps increasing. And now, here comes the second generation Honda Ridgeline, trying to get as much of that mid-size truck market as possible. And yet, Honda has taken a very interesting approach to competing with these two trucks. It's the most car-like, and we're going to find out just how car-like it is when we take all three of them for a ride, and that is coming up right now